Selby Botanical Gardens, a celebration in beauty of the science of botany. Located on the shores of beautiful Sarasota Bay, Selby is the site of the world's most unique collection of tropical plants. Selby is also the focal point of a new botanical frontier, one that takes Selby scientists far beyond Sarasota. The pursuit of this science involves the collecting of rare plants, and that can mean taking some risks. But the risks are worth it because so much is at stake. How important is botany? As important as the air we breathe and the food we eat. For botany is the study of the plants that provide both. In an era when environmental concern is at the forefront of our thoughts, it is the science of botany that is at the forefront of the fight. Botany, the study of plants. Horticulture, the science and art of growing plants. Without it, the botanist would be disarmed. Taxonomy, the naming and classification of species. And canopy ecology, the study of life in the treetops. Working in all these disciplines, Selby scientists and researchers are helping to discover and preserve some of the planet's most precious components.
We've probably only just cracked the tip of the iceberg as far as tropical rainforest research. I imagine that sounds frustrating and amazing to think about a habitat that's disappearing as we speak, to be so unknown, but that is indeed the case. We have perhaps identified 1% of all of the biodiversity of life that lives in a tropical rainforest, and we perhaps have knowledge about only 5% of those epiphytes in terms of their life history and their biology. So there's a long way to go in a very short period of time, and that's why I guess we are so busy and absolutely committed, even passionate here at Selby Gardens to get the job done.
Selby Director Dr. Meg Lauman is one of the pioneers of canopy research. Using rather unique climbing techniques to explore the canopy of the rainforests, she has discovered new insects that live in bromeliad tanks and developed new theories of nutrient cycling from the canopy to the forest floor. She also oversees an international network of canopy walkways and ecotourism.
One of the neat things that we've learned is that nutrients in a whole layer of biodiversity live up in the canopy, not just on the forest floor. Through our tree climbing adventures and our overseas field work, the scientists at Selby Gardens have made such discoveries that tell us that life in the treetops is really the essential component of keeping the health of the planet in place.
Bruce Rinker, Director of Canopy Ecology, is another of the botanical stars working at Selby Gardens. Like Meg, Bruce works high in the world's canopies, collecting and analyzing specimen plants and insects. Climb by climb, they are increasing the understanding of the myriad relationships in the trees, their relationship to Earth, and ultimately, relationships to us.
In the canopy of forests, whether they're rainforests or tropical forests, this is an area where all disciplines are coming together, all the scientific disciplines. Taxonomists are the ones who name all of these organisms. There may be as many as 30 million different kinds of organisms on the planet. Taxonomists play a role, wildlife managers play a role, ornithologists play a role, and when all of those people get together, they begin to weave a tapestry of life, where each one of those 30 million species represents an individual, unique thread.
Their canopy ecology expeditions have taken Bruce and Meg around the world. Both have been inducted into the prestigious Explorers Club, along with the likes of Sir Edmund Hillary, Neil Armstrong, and Bob Ballard. Their research in forest canopies has been the focus of numerous documentaries, from National Geographic to the BBC and many more. Programs that help spread Selby's educational outreach to the world.
Education is the product of good science. At Selby Gardens, we have scientists working worldwide in bringing those results back so that we can share them with our public. It's only by these wonderful public displays and educational exhibits that we can hope to make a difference with plant conservation in this world.
At Selby, these extraordinary plants are our specialty. Throughout the landscape grounds and in the display greenhouses, you'll find over 20,000 plants, including 6,000 orchids, 3,400 bromeliads, ferns, and other epiphytes, those specialized plants that live in the air, perched in the treetops. Orchids, the largest family of the epiphytes, are a favorite of young and old alike, and Selby has established itself as a World Orchid Center. Here, species are identified, cataloged, cultivated, and displayed. Selby's goal, to enhance the understanding of tropical plants, especially the epiphytes. From the Orchid Identification and Bromeliad Centers to the Herbarium and Center for Canopy Ecology, the sciences are being advanced. Yes, the activities at Selby Gardens are dedicated to a very modern mission, one that the garden's founder might never have imagined, but certainly would appreciate. Marie Selby cherished nature. Though a woman of wealth, she found her greatest riches in the great outdoors, and her love of nature was something she wanted to share with others and nurture in the young. That is why, when she passed away in 1971, Marie Selby willed her property to the community, establishing Selby Botanical Gardens as her living legacy. Selby House now proudly wears a state historical marker honoring Marie Selby as a great Floridian. Today, that legacy has blossomed into a world-class facility. While it began and remains a sanctuary of serenity and beauty, it has become a major research center of the scientific community and a great source of pride for the Selby staff. Many scientific groups use Selby's collections. Our ability to someday conquer cancer and to survive other diseases may ironically hinge on the ability of endangered plants and their habitats to survive humanity. That is why Selby places so much emphasis on education. The Global Training Center at Selby Gardens provides year-round educational programs that help to cultivate the next generation of scientists and concerned citizens. Students of all ages and expertise will be found among the flowers at Selby, be it a field trip for children from a local elementary school or an internship for a student from a faraway land. As part of international programs, Selby offers a fellowship program to train students and scientists from developing countries. They learn to become better stewards of their precious resources, the tropical rainforests of their homelands.
We can bring in those students from developing countries that couldn't otherwise afford to get an education in conservation or learn about the latest tools for measuring plants. We feel at the gardens that by empowering them, there's a lot more strength and hope for conservation than if we just go there and collect and come home again with the results. So that's our long-term plan, and also as part of the global training program, we'll be sponsoring more workshops for park rangers, conservationists, politicians from tropical countries, educators, and also hosting American teachers and educators themselves to come here and learn about the issues that are so important to our everyday life.
Life is a journey of discovery, and at Selby, your journey extends from a familiar Florida shoreline to distant tropical forests and woodlands. The wonders found in our botanical world await your discovery. Among our many outstanding features are the Tropical Display House, the Fernery, the world's first canopy walkway accessible to the disabled, the hibiscus, cactus, and mangrove shoreline boardwalk, the medicinal, succulent, and tropical food gardens, the galleries and the historic mansion, the Selby House, and of course, our shops, the plant shop, and the book and gift shop. As you reflect on this remarkable facility, think not only of the beauty, but also of the science and research going on behind it, and take with you the seeds of inspiration and conservation. Wherever you plant them, the world will be a better place.
Thank you.